EA Sports is proud to present today's PGA Tour coverage. Hello again and welcome. Rich Lutter alongside Frank Nobilo. We're at Whistling Straits along Lake Michigan, Kohler, Wisconsin. And this golf course was first established in 1998. Frank, what are some of the key scoring holes out here?
Well, two of the par fives, the second hole and the 16th, probably give you the best chance really to reach those in two. And then there's a few short par fours really to look at, 6, 10 and 13. Actually, you could even throw 14 in that, would give you the best chance on those short fours. Par threes are really tough, so just be very wary on those par threes.
All set, ready to go. First tee at the PGA Championship. And Frank, what's ahead?
Well, if you want to put your big boy pants on, you can put it all the way in the back.
Hold on here a second. She is wanting it up for a big one. She wants to smash this far as she can hit it.
That's fine.
I love that rhythm and tempo right there. Excellent opening tee shot right in the fairway. Frank, what's the best way to attack this first hole?
You'd like to hit your second shot just a little right of the flag. Everything slopes towards the left.
That should be pretty good right there. On the safe side. What a display of shot making this has been, Frank.
That incredible approach shot there. The easiest of birdies coming up.
She continues to play well. This is for her birdie. 1 under early in the round. Frank, here at Whistling Straits, bold is beautiful, and this second hole is certainly bold.
That it is. Bold, and if you can hit a long one down the left side, that'll open up a good view to this green. But believe me, if you miss left or right, you'll find the sand.
Interesting, with the almost space-age advancements in golf equipment, what with new, lighter materials, and with the increased focus on fitness and strength, players are hitting the ball longer than ever. That has forced architects to lengthen the golf courses without sacrificing the integrity or the shot value of the original design. Frank landed it on the green.
It was never going to stop.
No chance. So on the putting surface, and taking a good look now at this birdie putt here at the second. Frank going for another birdie here.
Just to get on a real roll.
And that drops for another birdie. 2 in a row to start the round. Now to the first par 3 on this golf course. It's the third, about 188 yards.
Yeah, big green with lots of undulations, and it moves the ball from that right side towards the left, towards Lake Michigan. But club selection, important here.
This one looks right on point. Terrific golf shot, and now that for an easy birdie. Frank, 2 is nice, but
3 is even better.
Well done. Another birdie, and now 3 under par. So off the par 3 third, now a beefy par 4, Frank.
And it's called glory. Now make 4 here, give yourself a self 5.
Wow, I mean, she absolutely annihilated that tee ball. Good tee shot right in the fairway and plenty long. Frank, this looks like a pretty challenging shot into the fourth.
Just like the previous hole, when you've got the lake on the left, you've got to favour the other side.
Appears to be what they call a commercial play, very solid. That is classy.
Good chance of going in.
Standing over this putt, concentrating on the read. So to 4 under with a second straight birdie. Here at Whistling Straits, and they call this hole Snake. Frank, how do you avoid getting bitten by it?
Well, if you go left, there's water. If you go right, there's water. This hole is anything other than straight, so it suits its name. Somehow find the fairway. Best way to play this is treat it as a 3-shotter.
Couldn't ask for too much better here. Second from an excellent lie. That was a big, bold strike, and now a chance for a big, bold move. Putt for eagle coming up. Just want to nestle this one down to within a couple of feet.
We often say, Rich, you should always try and make it. I've got to disagree with that. Lag putting, it's just about taking the strain off the next one. There's always other holes to be played.
From that distance, you settle for 2 putts. Wow, a 5th birdie on the day. Set to go now at the 6th. It's a pretty short par 4.
Yeah, slight dogleg to the right, but you can play it straight away. There's a series of bunkers down that left side, and then they really choke the fairway at about 320 yards.
But this one has a chance to be really good. Frank, that's as good as I have seen all day long.
I think we've got to blame that on the weather. That weather, the wind had to help that ball give it another 20, 30 yards.
Setting up for another approach, our featured golfer has continued that excellent play from earlier in the round.
Indeed, there's no better feeling in the world than when you know you're firing on all cylinders. Hitting fairways, second shot's just going straight at the flag. Right now, everything is working.
Good chance now for a birdie. That was an outstanding play.
Well, it's almost a guarantee there after that shot.
Really not much to this. The only issue would be a lack of concentration or focus. Well, this is impressive now. 6 under par and 2 straight birdies. Frank, there's a good reason they call this 7th hole Shipwreck. It's 221 yards long, and there is plenty of trouble to the right.
Yeah, water, rocks, bunkers, all sorts of things. But really, when you look at the hole another way, it shapes up for a left to right shot.
this is looking really good. Throwing darts just inside of 5 feet. Frank, how many is this? I've lost count.
I'm running out of fingers. It's a handful plus 2 more. This for 7 in a row.
So close. Well, there's an opportunity wasted.
Just knocking in for a par, and let's forget about this one. Golf is not about perfect, but it is going to hurt the cause.
Just an amazing display. The records continue to fall. Frank, check out all the bunkers on the right.
I can't count them on one hand, that's for sure. Just another example of how Pete Dye has gone to work in the way in which he's protected these holes. Grab the fire extinguisher, put out that ball is on fire, it's melting going through the air. There's always advantage of hitting it further than most, Rich, and straighter than most. When you put the two together, it's just straight up a head start. Should be safely on deck.
Well, that's how you play the game, right there. And this will be a 5-foot putt here. On fire right now, 7 under par. Frank, what about this downhill shot off the tee and the idea that you just want to sort of let that ball run toward the green down the hill?
Well, Pete Dye just gives you so many different looks throughout the front 9 of Whistling Straits, and this really is the first example of this, plus the swirling winds that are created by the sort of tree and mounding on the right of this green. Quite spectacular.
Good tee shot, right in the short grass. Frank, now the second shot here at the 9th.
You can get caught with swirling winds here because of the trees and the protection on the hill on the right side. Another one to be very, very careful of.
Chance to close out the front side here with a birdie. Locked in on the read and the speed. Well, all right, now we're on a little bit of a run. 2 straight birdies. Welcome back to the PGA Championship here at Whistling Straits. Ball is teed up here at the 10th. We are set to get it going on the back 9.
There's a bunker that you can see that's about 260 yards in the middle of fairway. You can easily carry that in line with another one that's about 330 yards. That just sets up a relatively straightforward pitch.
Are you kidding me? Come on, you can't hit a ball that hard.
That is crushing it beyond all crushing.
Frank, that ball's sitting up like it's on plush carpeting.
Rich, if you and I had lies like that every time, we'd still be playing this game for a living.
Birdie try up next. Frank, this would jumpstart the round. A 3rd straight birdie.
Some good playing.
Continues to amaze. Yet another birdie. And what a day it's been. Par 5 11th, and Frank, just a few bunkers here on this hole.
A few. I've lost count of how many bunkers there are on 11. Ideally, you want to hit it down the left side, and this really where you take the head cover off, a good long one, because 645, doesn't matter whichever way you cut it, it's going to be a few good hits plus some more.
That one is deep, every bit of that ball. And now the second shot here at this par 5. And a chance for eagle after that perfectly played shot.
It's at sneaky distance. Just seems an absolute waste. Got to take your time.
Just needs to keep it steady here over the putt. Well, there's impressive, and then there's mind-boggling. We're at mind-boggling now. 10 under par. Frank, the previous hole, we took out the sledgehammer. Now at the 12th, we'll need a scalpel, it looks like.
Yeah, at 163 yards, you wouldn't think it's very long. But really, the problem is the green. You can pitch the ball in the middle of this green, and still it can kick over. So be very, very aware of the mounding and the undulations on this green.
Seems to like it. Headed for the fat part of the green. Oh, just a superb shot.
You're not going to see much better than that all day today. Rich, I'm starting to lose count. This is just birdie after birdie.
It's all-time stuff. I mean, this is territory we just don't visit very often. Frank, here at the 13th, it's pretty obvious where the trouble is.
Yeah, all right, that's for sure, plus Lake Michigan there if you go even further right. But at 402 yards, don't have to hit driver down here. Even a 3 would.
Oh, I love this. She is winding up, just wants to tear the cover off this golf ball.
Tom Weiskopf was one of my idols growing up. I loved the way he swung. That swing right there reminds me of my idol.
It looks like Rory McIlroy, Frank, sticking the follow-through. Second shot, good look at the green. What a display of shot-making this has been, Frank.
Oh, that incredible approach shot there. The easiest of birdies coming up.
Frank, I've done it with donuts, a half a dozen, but never with birdies. 6 in a row?
No, it's time to watch. This will be something.
Frank, any major championship gives you a good mix of holes. We've had some long ones, and now this one just under 400 yards.
But it will punish you if you're offline. There's trouble left and the mounds and the bunkers on the right. So ideally, it's a positional tee shot.
That is a heat-seeking missile right there. Wow. Well, this looks good.
Certainly is.
Frank, it's really hard to believe that we are in Wisconsin because it looks like an old seaside links course from Scotland or Ireland.
Well, Pete Dye spent a lot of time in Scotland in the early 1960s, and that's really where he learned his architecture from. So a lot of those features he's incorporated in Whistling Straits.
Terrific golf shot, and now that for an easy birdie. Getting set now over the putt. Knocking down all the shots today, now at 13 under. The 15th now, and a 503-yard par 4 here at Whistling Straits.
Well, it's certainly beautiful to look at, but tough to play. Bunkered once again left and right, but it's a hole that you have to hit a driver down here, just purely because of the length of the hole. Can a ball explode?
That is big. I mean, really big.
Second shot.
Appears to be tracking well. Superb shot.
Well, it's as good as it's going to get. There's going to be no worries about making that one.
Down it. That's a birdie. Frank, as you know, the finishing holes at a major championship can make even the world's #1 player buckle under the pressure. How do you avoid that?
Well, with a good drive to start here, there's a series of bunkers that start about 300 yards down the right side. You'd like to start your tee shot on those and maybe work it back towards the fairway to get a little bit more run and make this hole reachable.
What a drive. Just tattooed that. Okay, the second shot now at this par 5. Another good swing, and it looks like, Frank, another really good shot. That was a big, bold strike, and now a chance for a big, bold move. Putt for eagle coming up. Has it. Good putt right there. The 17th now at Whistling Straits. And if you have a club that travels 250 yards on a good line, bust it out now.
That's what you're going to need, and you're going to need to hit that smack bang out of the middle of the club and leave nothing behind.
She is putting the full arsenal of her skill set on display this afternoon. Beautiful shot. She's played some solid golf today. See if she can keep it going with another birdie. Came to the putt excited to make birdie. Now settle for par.
Yeah, little change in the attitude right now. You've let one go. You've got to really knuckle down there and make sure you don't drop a shot. It's important this one goes in.
Well, it's pretty simple. You want to put your name alongside the likes of Vijay Singh, Martin Keimer, men who've won PGA championships right here at Whistling Straits. Then you need to knuckle down and make something happen at this final hole.
Yeah, par to win might be easy to say, but on a hole like this, 520 yards, it's hard to do.
Couldn't ask for too much better here. Frank, one last full swing. What are they looking at here at 18?
Well, even with a good tee shot, you're left with a long yardage in, so chances are you're hitting a long iron all the way across 7 Mile Creek, which wraps around the front and the left side. So this is going to take your best second shot. Surely not.
Well, that is an exceptional shot on the green and in position for a birdie.
Yeah, it's a formality now.
Standing over this putt, concentrating on the read. Just an amazing display. The records continue to fall.
Frank, that was an impressive round out there today.
Couldn't agree more, Rich. We've seen some great shots out there, and I'm excited to see how the rest of this tournament plays out.